2, 1. Look at that. Hey everyone, I'm back again. Are you tired of me yet? I'm not tired of you.
I'm not
I
tired of you.
um before I introduce you to one of my all-time favorite balls of light, I invite you to number one, hit that share button because if you've never met Kelly before, you're going to fall in love and you're going to want to share her because one just starts to almost immediately begin to feel better when one rubs against her presence. So the very first thing you want to do is hit share. The second thing, have you done it yet? Please hit share. Okay. The second thing is to take a moment, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, to stop doing everything else. If your hands are free, go ahead and put them on your heart. If you're not driving, go ahead and close your eyes and listen to this voice, this nice hoarse. You know, I was told it was getting very, very sexy. The more congested I get, the deeper my voice gets. I was told it was pretty sexy. Uh, listen to my voice and just take this time now to watch your breath. Don't try to change it. Don't try to do anything at all with it, but watch it. And if you're curious, one of my favorite questions these days as I watch my breath is who is it that's breathing? Don't look for the answer, just ask the question. Watch the breathing happen. Listen to my voice. And as you do that, you're going to find yourself here and now. And one of the most magnificent things about being here and now is that you will discover there are no problems. There are no friggin' problems here and now. In this moment, right now, you have no choice but to just be. And it is from this place of just being. And the hair is standing on my arms. This is cool. This happened last night too with Jeff Bailey, which means something magnificent is occurring. And it's probably for you. If you hear me here and now, then you're going to want to pay attention as we introduce you to Miss Kelly Russell, one of my favorite beings and another presenter for next week's awareness conference. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Cindy. Thank you so much for having me and for that lovely and beautiful breathing space and that great introduction. I really appreciate that. I'm so happy to be here. And hi, everybody. So I am so geeked about this conference. I've been so honored to be included in the past two conferences, and I feel like this one is just even it's even bigger and better. And it is, it's the awareness. I mean, that everything starts with awareness, right? Like we can't do anything, we can't transform anything, we can't get out of our own way or heal anything or make any changes or grow or do anything without awareness. The opposite of awareness is unconsciousness, really, right? And so having a whole 3-day conference where we're just going to be able to be immersed in these teachings, all these different teachers and music and yoga and coming together of all of these wonderful, rays of light of, I mean, we're not separate beings, right? We're all part of the same mind of God, but we're just all coming together, seemingly separate and just blending our lights together. And it's going to be brilliant and radiant and gorgeous and awesome. And I was actually just had the great fortune to be hosting TGF TV just like a half hour ago, and had one of the teachers that's going to be a presenter at the conference, Maureen Muldoon, on as my guest. So if you didn't get to see that, please do go on Teachers of God's website and watch the first 30 minutes of it, or the replay. Or if you're a member of Evolve, certainly go and watch this show. It was so much fun. We were talking about laughter and humor, and it was called Enlighten Up, looking at the world through joy colored goggles. And that's just something that I am so connected to. So my business is Rock Your Joy. I'm the Rock Your Joy coach, and I coach people to rock their joy in every area of their lives. And so that's where I'm coming from all the time. And A Course in Miracles talks about, so it mentions laughter like 23 times in the course, and it's always talking about joy. Joy is my function, and being joy in the world. And so my breakout session at this conference is going to be about it's one of the avenues of finding joy is through our guidance of getting through this world with our inner teacher by our side and in our consciousness, and listening to that voice. And so my breakout session, which is going to be on Sunday evening at 7:15, it's kind of a long title, so I have to look at my note. But it's Your Inner GPS, Navigating the Highways of Life Without Breaking Down, Crashing, or Driving Off into the Abyss. And because people ask me a lot about guidance, and I don't hear guidance, and I don't know how to get guidance, and I go into meditation and I don't see anything, and I don't hear anything, and I don't know how to do anything, and I don't know where the guidance is coming from, and how do you get it, and how long does it take it to cultivate it, and all that. Your guidance is always with you. Spirit is just waiting for you to ask. Spirit is not going to impose on us, but but rather he is there waiting, or she, if you prefer, doesn't really matter. Spirit's not gendered, but waiting for us to ask, waiting for us to stop thinking that we know how to do anything, or what to do, or what anything is for, and to just ask and be open to receive. And so that is what my breakout session is going to be about, in terms of following guidance, hearing it, how to do that, and how to be open to it, how to know that it's guidance and not the voice of the ego. It's what I live from, the place that I live from every day. And I'm not saying that I follow it all the time. But I do go into the place of guidance every day, and I do have some things kind of set up in my life to return to it when I sort of lose my way. And sometimes it takes a while, but I have little reminders around. My newest reminder is this, that I keep on my desk now, and this is my newest sticker. It's Jesus holding the skateboard, wearing shades, being all like, dude, I love you, man. So I just keep it right here, and it just reminds me to rock my joy, and it reminds me that I got somebody that I can ask of guidance, ask about guidance of. And also one of the cool things about this conference, so the conference is free, and that just rocks, that there's a 3-day conference, 3 full days of just all these teachers of A Course in Miracles and teachers of non-duality, and where we're all just going to be immersed in this light of learning different aspects of awareness, and different ways that teachers are talking about it and are sharing their wisdom with us. And so 3 days of that, and it's all free, which is just so amazing and such a generous gift. But my recommendation is to actually purchase the all access pass. And the reason for that is because a lot of the breakout sessions happen, and there's like 4 teachers in every breakout session. So you can't watch all of the teachers. You have to go watch one person at a time. I mean, you might be able to bounce back and forth between teachers, but you won't be able to catch what each one is saying, or it doesn't sound like you can even do that. It's just Cindy shaking her head. So being able to purchase the all access pass means that you can then go back later and watch the recordings, watch every single teacher and all of the breakout sessions and the keynote speakers, and it's as if you went to the conference and did everything there was to offer. And it's an amazing price point right now, which I believe is $79 for the all access pass, and that is until Friday when the conference opens. So that's my recommendation. And I believe there's going to be an affiliate link in this broadcast someplace where you can click and go and check out the conference. It's going to be great. And if you get the all access pass, what's cool is that some people have donated bonus gifts. And so my bonus gift is an anxiety makeover swag bag. And it includes, I mean, anxiety is just fear. It's just fear of the future, what's going to happen. But I've coped with anxiety in my life, and it sucks right out loud when you're in it. And it's hard sometimes. Sometimes it's helpful to have tools that can just bring you back to that place of awareness, and that place of present moment, and that center, and back in line with your inner teacher and your guidance, and not in the place of freaking out and boo-boo kitty and what if this happens and what if that happens, and the catastrophic thinking and the central nervous system being all jacked up. So my swag bag includes 3 treats. It's got the mini ebook, which is You're Not Good Enough, You're Perfect, Healing Your Bullshit Beliefs. The Fear is a Major Buzzkill, Forgiveness is the Elixir podcast that has to do with my own journey in healing anxiety, and my guided meditation, which is Dissolving Anxiety in Liquid Light. And so those are some tools that you can use, and you get that as a bonus. And there's so many other bonuses too. So I mean, $79 for like all of that is in my opinion, is just a great deal, and it's going to be awesome. And we're all going to be there together. And there's like a cafe, which is like a little community. Are you running that, Cindy? I know you have in the past.
Friday's Meetup Cafe will be hosted by Susan and I.
Mm.
Saturday, it's going to be Yolanda and Oliver Blue.
Mm.
And then Sunday, Lisa and Bill are hosting the Meetup Cafes.
Nice. And so the Meetup Cafe, I mean, if any of you have ever been to the International Course in Miracles conference that has been put on in the past, any of the conferences, there's, one of the great things about being at those conferences in person is being able to for us to see each other, and for us to be able to see all these people that are Course in Miracles students, or students of non-duality, which, I mean, Course in Miracles is a non-dualistic teaching. So all of these people who are like-minded, because sometimes this path can feel a little bit lonely in the world. It's not like there's a Course in Miracles or a non-dualistic church on every corner where people just, know what you're talking about when you're talking about the world as being an illusion, and you're talking about it being a dream, and where forgiveness doesn't mean the same thing that it means when you sort of look it up in the dictionary. And so it's a way of life that is immensely rewarding. I mean, it's changed and transformed my whole experience of the world. But it can be a little weird in that you might be the one at the cocktail party that like has that belief system, and if you end up in a conversation with somebody about it, and it's like there's no world and this is a dream and I'm not a body, and people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? So it's great to be able to be at a conference like this where you have all these people and you look at these hundreds and thousands of people and all of them are like-minded and this is like the giant party with cocktails or not, you're at home, whatever, but this is the party where you're with all these people that are so like-minded and on this path that understand what your thought system is, and it can just feel like a tremendous joining. And I mean, I love that about it. So I'm just so excited. I can't wait.
Your excitement is infectious. A couple things came up while you were talking. Would you like to know what they are?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the first thing that came up was, last night I did a Facebook Live. You could find it on this page if anyone's interested, with a man by the name of Jeff Bailey. Do you know who Jeff Bailey is?
I don't.
Well, I didn't even know that Bill set this up until Jeff showed up pretty much where you are, though I think he was on the other side of my screen. I don't know how that happened. But Jeff has figured out how to merge yoga. He's a yoga instructor and a Course in Miracles. And so he uses breath and movement to like dissolve blocks. And I even he had a free virtual class after our Facebook Live yesterday, and I went, and I'm still like flying.
Are
And Bill
you?
has set it up. So, and again, like it's crazy that you could register for this conference for free, right? Every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the conference is opening with a yoga class. Not a typical yoga, let's wrap into shapes. You don't, as he puts it, you need to be able to get on and off the floor. And if you can't do that, then you sit in a chair. It's literally about getting still enough and using, I think he calls them, I don't remember, shapes, like feet on the floor, breathe, pay attention to find the blocks to love's presence and breathe them away. And that's just going to happen at the beginning of each conference. Is that crazy?
That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I heard that there was going to be, I knew that there was going to be yoga, but I didn't know it was going to be that kind of yoga. So the yoga of A Course in Miracles.
And he even, if you go to listen, because he talks about the fact that he's done all these yoga classes, and he was in a yoga studio and he looked up and he saw the blue book, and his whole life sort of exploded. So that's the first thing that, like, I was just thinking as you were talking about all these different people. And the second thing that came up, and I was laughing because if someone wanted to, they could press buttons and move in and out of the different
what a pain in the ass,
presentations.
though. Who wants to
But I get the blessing and the honor to play admin for, and I think I was your admin last year, right?
Yes.
One of the things that I notice in these presentations is pretty much, and you talked about inspiration. People sit there at the beginning of each breakout session, and we're talking thousands of people, and there's more than enough room for everyone. So please, please, please come. And you just know where to go, eh? And once you're there, I think 98% of the people that show up in any given presentation stay.
Yeah.
Because you're where you've been drawn for your healing. All of our presenters are beautiful in their light, and the truth comes through them, and they're coming to touch the part of you, whoever you are, all of you, that is there to hear it. So that's the second thing that came up while you were talking.
I agree.
The third thing, Susan and I were talking with a group of people a couple of days ago, and we know that awakening happens. this, like all this. If you're listening, if you're here with us now, it's because, man, you're on the fast track, right? And tell me what you think of this. She said, Susan, my beloved Susan Telford's going to be here in just a little over an hour doing a Facebook Live with Regina Dawn Akers. So it was that Susan who said, we're going to awaken, but we do get to put our order in. And if we want sushi, we shouldn't go to McDonald's, right? So the key is, if you're, this must be part of it. I mean, I'm getting chills again, right? Yeah, I mean, if you're ready for whatever's next, if you're ready to bring more love and light and beauty and joy, and if you're ready to hear divine inspiration, then your only real job is to show up in a place that's ready to show you how to do it. Right?
Exactly.
How cool.
And it's so easy. And I look at it as this is our spring break. I mean, we're not going to get on but most of us are not going to get on a plane and go to Florida and, pack up the car and drive here and there and whatever. And it's this weekend where we could just be in our comfy clothes. You can, depending on where you are and what the weather's like, you can take your laptop out and go sit in a chair on your deck, and you can be with all your buds and just soak up the wisdom and the light and the awesomeness. And you can have your food and have your bevies and just be with your peeps. And we're bathing in the light. I mean, we're just swimming around in the ocean of awareness. And that's going to be our spring break. So I'm so excited. And I also want to mention this, that for people who may be interested, after the conference, you can go to rockyourjoy.com, and I'm having a free workshop on May 1st that is about post-traumatic separation disorder and what to do when you're emotionally triggered. So I just want to mention that as well. That was originally going to be my bonus gift, but then I didn't read the fine print, and I needed to have something that was downloadable. So
so fun. So fun. I'm watching all the hearts show up on our Facebook Live. All right, so I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay, I'm on the spot.
Two ways. Number one, we've got like 30 presenters.
Mm-hmm.
And other than yours, because you'll be there, which presentations are you looking forward to go to see?
Oh gosh, there's so many. I usually am kind of like seeing what I'm drawn to in the moment. I mean, I love Lisa Natoli. I love Maureen Muldoon. I love Carol Howe. I love Gary Renard. I love Tony Panicello, although I think he's presenting at the same time as me, but that's okay because I have an all access pass, so I can go watch it later. Some of them I don't know, and I'm looking forward to doing that. Happens at every conference, is doing some exploration of some of the teachers that I'm not familiar with. So I'm not sure, but though I want to go see those people, and I have to see if any of them conflict with each other. I don't know, because I haven't mapped it out yet, because I'm one of those people that does that stuff at kind of the last minute. But those are people that I will definitely be watching, even if I don't see them on the actual conference weekend, that I'll be watching the recording of. So yeah, really just looking forward to yeah.
And then the second, let's put Kelly on the spot. We've got about a week before the conference starts.
Yes.
You're going to give us this amazing presentation to help us connect with our inner guidance.
Yes.
What if I don't want to wait? You got something for me to play with over the next 6-7 days that I could report back to you on at your presentation?
I absolutely do. So a couple things. So one of those things is that you can go to my website, and there is another little free package there called the Homestuck Survival Kit. And that is basically that was created because people were at home in the pandemic and having to kind of deal with people that are under their roofs and so forth. And so I think that there are a lot of tools in that survival kit. There are like 3 tools in that survival kit that have incorporate the guidance and the wisdom in them as well. There's a podcast, there is a little, I think it's like a little workbook, and there's a 3rd tool that I'm not remembering what it is. Sorry about that, but it is, I think, it's a meditation. And it's a meditation for inner peace. And so I would say using that meditation for inner peace to get you back to your center puts you in touch with the guidance. And that daily prayer that's on page 28 of the Course in Miracles, of the Foundation for Inner Peace version, which begins with, I am here only to be truly helpful. Asking every day, having a spiritual practice, asking, where would you have me go? As A Course in Miracles tells us, what would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? And really just the guidance is going to come in the form of whatever is going to be the most helpful. So it's going to be in the form of divine ideas. It's going to be inspired thoughts. It's going to come through somebody else who says something, or a book that you pick up that really resonates with you, or whatever that is. And then taking a journal, and this is one of the things that I do, taking a journal and just say, what do you have to say to me today, Spirit? And allowing whatever that is to come through you onto the page. And you'll be surprised. You think, oh, nothing's going to happen, or this is just me writing it, or whatever. I've had some amazing things come through my pen in doing that. So those are some of the things that I would say can be little previews to some of the things that I will be talking about. And it is going to be an experiential workshop. So there is going to be part of it where I will be leading us in an actual experience, but I'm not going to tell you what that is right now. You're just going to have to come to the...
I'm excited. Well, I can't believe that 20 some odd minutes, it's just like flown by.
I like that.
Like that. So Kelly, thank you so much for coming to spend this time with me.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. It's my pleasure. And thank you, everybody, for being here with us.
And
Conference.
make sure you register, and I'll be looking at comments. So if you have any questions, let me know. And please, please, please share. And if not before, we'll see you next week at the conference.
Yes, and Sunday night, 7:15 at my breakout session. I love you. Mwah.